Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Positive Profit, the YouTube show and podcast where we help you learn how to start and grow your own natural dog treat business. Want to know one of the easiest ways to grow your dog treat business without spending a dime on ad, reels, or markets? Give away something for free. Wait, don't click away yet. I'm not talking about random samples or discount codes. I'm talking about a free recipe guide, a surprisingly powerful tool that can grow your email list, build trust, and actually boost your sales. Yep, even though it's free. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create one, how to make it irresistible to customers like Flo, and how one dog treat maker named Lola used hers to turn her side hustle into a full-time gig. And if you've ever worried about giving away recipes and think it will stop people from buying, think again. This might be the smartest freebie you ever create. Now, if you're thinking, wait, you want me to give away recipes for free when I sell dog treats? Hang with me, because I promise this isn't about giving away the farm. It's about opening the gate so the right customers can walk in. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kara Brothers, founder of Pawsitive Profit. I help dog treat makers like you go from kitchen chaos to confident seller with practical strategies and smart marketing. Whether you're brand new or scaling your sales, this channel is your go-to for all things baking and branding and business building in the dog treat world. So if you're ready to grow a loyal fan base that wants to buy your treats, let's dive in. If you speak dog treat like me, this is your chance to subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. And click the notification bell so you can get all the tasty dog treat content you can handle. A free recipe guide is exactly what it sounds like. A helpful, beautifully designed PDF filled with simple dog treat recipes that your audience can download in exchange for their email. This might include 2 or 3 beginner-friendly treat recipes, safety tips like what not to bake with, and fun ideas for variation like swap apples for pumpkin. Basically, it's your dog treat business's version of a free sample, but way more scalable and way less sticky. Let's bring in 2 familiar faces from last week's episode, How to Nail Your Dog Treat Launch, a step-by-step guide for your dog treat business. Or if you're listening to the podcast, it's episode 61. We met Lola, our scrappy dog treat business owner, and Flo, the ultimate dog mom and dream customer. Lola created a freebie called 3 Treats Max Will Love. She posted it on Instagram and added a link in her bio. No sales pitch, just a little invite. Want to bake something adorable for your pups? Grab my free guide. Flo saw it and downloaded it, and she was instantly hooked. She even printed it and posted it on her fridge. And when Lola launched her first treat box later that month, Flo was the first customer. There are 3 big reasons why this strategy is a game changer for dog treat-based businesses like yours. When you give something genuinely valuable without asking for money, you instantly build trust. You are no longer just another biz trying to sell cookies. You're the helpful expert who's already added value before a single sale happens. With every download, you're growing your email list. And that's marketing gold. Email is direct, algorithm-free, and way more personal than a feed full of reels. Imagine waking up to 50 subscribers who all said yes to hearing from you. That is the magic of a freebie funnel. A smart recipe guide includes soft pitches to products or tools you recommend. You might say, want perfect cookies? I use this Amazon cookie cutter set. You're not being pushy, you're being helpful, and you're getting paid for it. All right, let's get to the how-to part. Creating a guide doesn't have to be fancy or complicated. Here's how Lola did it, and how you can too. Pick 2 or 3 recipes that are simple and safe for dogs and photogenic. Bonus points if you can include one with an icing or a drizzle or something that will catch Flo's eye. Lola chose a peanut butter classic, a grain-free banana biscuit, and a cute bone-shaped cookie with her tree armor icing. Canva is the real MVP here. Use one of their free templates. Drag and drop your pics and boom. Don't forget, use your branding colors and your fonts and name it something adorable. If there's a product that you love and you use all the time, add the link. Lola linked her favorite icing piping bags, a silicone mat from Amazon, and it really is helpful for your audience. It helps you earn a little commission on the side when you are an Amazon affiliate. A freebie is only a powerful tool if people see it. So Lola shared hers on Instagram stories and a Linktree style link in her bio. Pinterest boards like homemade dog treats, and she also shared it in her weekly email with the subject line, "Want to try what Daisy's baking?" That's smart. People love free stuff, but remember, they also love being invited. Let's talk about maximizing the impact of your recipe guide. Here's how to make it work overtime for your biz. Flo isn't just downloading a guide, she's meeting you. So add a welcome message like, "Hi, I'm Lola. I started baking for my rescue pup Daisy, and now I'm sharing my favorite recipes with you. Enjoy." Once Flo downloads your guide, send a series of 2 to 3 short follow-up emails. Day 1, your subject line is, "Your treats are ready to bake." Day 3, "Want to see how I decorate mine?" Day 5, "Flo, here's 10% off my new sampler pack." This kind of gentle follow-up turns casual downloaders into real customers. Ask customers who used the guide to share a photo of their treats or of their dog enjoying them. Flo sent one of Max munching on a banana biscuit, and Lola got to use that as social proof in her next post. It was a win-win. All right, Treat Babe, you've got the strategy, the steps, and the audience. Now it's time to make your own recipe guide and promote it like crazy and start growing your email list with people who want what you're offering. Now the fun part begins, and this is where I show you how to make your very own recipe book in Canva that you can give away to your customers as a freebie. You don't need Canva Pro to do this, which is nice. You will go to Canva and in the search bar, type recipe template. It will show you so many. Choose the one that you like, and these steps should really be the same for whichever one you choose. First of all, you're going to rebrand your recipe template to your branding. You can see that I've got my signature teal and vivid coral colors on here. So I'd recommend that you do the same. You put your branding colors throughout this book. You can also add your logo. At the very bottom, you can add maybe your website or your socials. Start with a very nice, clear image on the front. It gives viewers a hint and a taste of what's inside. And of course, you can call it anything that you want. Mine is called Homemade Dog Treats, Easy Recipes for Your Best Friend Recipe Book. You can call it yours whatever you like. The second page is a great way to welcome whoever you give this to. Welcome them to your business, to yourself. Welcome them basically to your community and to your family, your business family. And this is where you're going to, throughout the whole guide, you're going to be substituting your images for their images because all the recipe template guides do have images. So substitute what you like. And this is just your little place to add a nice little welcome message. Again, I'd put a logo and your name at the bottom. If you have many recipes, I recommend categorizing them. I did this with chapter 1 and dog treats. Very simple, a little simple image, but it just helps to keep the recipe guide clear and organized. If you have a lot of recipes, you can go for a recipe index that shows the customer what's in the guide, or you can do a table of contents. This is not needed necessarily. You don't have to have it. Even if you have 3 recipes, you can still do a recipe index. You don't need this many recipes. But as you're going to see, I've got a lot of recipes in here. I can't wait to show you. You might want to start out with a guide that maybe only has 1, 2, or 3 recipes. And then perhaps every month you can send your customer a new recipe. And in your Canva template that you are looking at and designing, you can add each month's recipe to the template. And this is a great way for you to keep track of the free recipes that you've given. You can have 2 copies, one for your customer and then one for you to keep yourself organized. First recipe is sweet potato chews. We all know and love sweet potato chews, and so do our customers' dogs. This is really easy. Basically, this whole thing follows the same format. I like to put the title up top and the ingredients you need. Obviously, sweet potatoes is super basic. You need one ingredient. And then on the right, there's some information about prep time, cook time, how many it serves. And of course, it depends on the sweet potato size and how thick they cut it and all that, and what some of the benefits are. You can choose to leave it on there or not. Same with the calories, leave it on there or not. And then put simple instructions on the bottom. And again, this would be customized with your colors and your pictures. I like to do the recipe first, and then I like to add the image of whatever the recipe made. So it goes recipe, image, recipe, image. So here's a great one, carrot and banana cookies. So you list out the items that they'll need, right? These are also known as the ingredients, and you can put ingredients if you'd like. I just have you will need. And you're going to make this page yours with whatever recipes you come up with, whatever instructions are pertinent to that recipe. So here we've got carrot and banana cookies, and then the image for the carrot and banana cookies substituted with whatever you have. Chicken and rice treats, and there they are. Banana and blueberry muffins. This actually looks and sounds completely tasty for humans. Salmon and sweet potato bites. Again, yum. Blueberry and oat bars. Have you guys ever thought about making bars like a granola bar for a dog? You can. You can do this for your own business and sell it, or put it in here as a freebie for your customer. These are just some ideas to get you going on types of recipes that you can offer for your customer. You don't need a guaranteed analysis to do this, because you are not selling the product to your customer. You are selling the recipe, the free recipe. So this should be very easy and quick. And it's basically free. It's free for you to do. You don't need a guaranteed analysis. You don't need Canva Pro. You can make this for free. Peanut butter and coconut oil. You may be wondering, what in the world is she going to make? Ta-da! Those. Apple and cinnamon biscuits. And carrot and dental parsley chews. Oh, I am so dyslexic. Carrot and parsley dental chews. Am I going to edit this out? Nope. No, I'm not. The font here, you'll notice I've got several different kinds of font. I've got Montserrat. That's a type of a font for the title. I believe this is called homemade applesauce or something is the script. And clear instructions. When it comes to the ingredients, the title, and the instructions, I have to keep those very clear fonts, easy to read. You will need is not that crucial, so that's where I can spice it up a little bit and add a script if I want to. And those are the carrot and dental. I did it again. What is this called? Carrot and parsley dental chews. Oh, you guys, thanks for loving me. Peanut butter and banana biscuits. That should be a staple. Almost. It is for many people. And then we have frozen treats. Have you ever thought about frozen treats? Here's a peanut butter and banana frozen treat. And of course, that should be very expected what those look like. Chicken liver and carrot training bites. Although this is not a picture of chicken liver and carrot training bites, those could be made smaller into bites. I had a stint with training bites and I made them once. And my training bite silicone molds still sit on my shelf because I just couldn't do it. It was too time intensive. Some people have this down, and if you're one of them, kudos to you. Broccoli and cheese muffins. They look good for brunch for you and your dog. Anyway, these are just types of recipes you can add. Now it's going to start getting exciting, and maybe this is when it starts. I forgot. Pumpkin and cranberry bites. And pumpkin and blueberry bites. The reason I'm saying this, here we go, turkey and cranberry delights. Because if you think about seasonal treats, you can adapt your recipe guide to include seasonal treats. Maybe you want to do this at Thanksgiving. And so you've got those flavors in mind, turkey, cranberry, maybe a little hint of orange. I'm not sure. But these are expected flavors for the season. And your customer really might get a big kick out of a seasonal recipe guide because they're going to be making these types of flavors for their own family. And we just love to spoil our dogs, and they do too. So they might really be tuned in to something that is seasonal if you haven't ever thought about it. And don't those look amazing? Just saying. Carrot and oatmeal doggy bars. Even though this is a typical bone shape, you can tweak the wording a little bit. Okay, so that's what has happened here. Pumpkin and oat bites. The dog bone shape is so classic. Chicken and sweet potato jerky. Look how cool that is. Can you imagine an owner of a cute little dog getting this recipe guide and realizing that she now can make chicken jerky that she's been buying? Because maybe you don't make this, obviously. Great. This would probably be a recipe you don't make, but you can offer it to her so she can make it at home. She's going to find tremendous value in this information you're giving her. She's going to feel like she is loving her pup. She's going to feel like her treats are more healthy than what she can buy in the store, and you're going to empower her. You don't have to make these yourself. In fact, it's better if you don't sell these at all. That way she can still keep buying your treats. Cheesy bacon bones. Look what's coming. That does not look delicious. Imagine having that photo in your guide. Tremendous. Apple and cheddar biscuits. Okay, dogs have birthdays just like we do. We know the dog moms and dads that love to celebrate their pup's birthday. Imagine if they could make their own dog birthday cake. If birthday cakes aren't something that your business offers, this is a huge idea. You can empower your customer to make their birthday cake for their dog. Again, you don't need a guaranteed analysis because you're not making it. Liver and oat cake totally sounds gross, but a dog will love it. Cheeseburger cake, blueberry and cottage cheese cake, chicken and sweet potato cake. You do not need images for all of these, just like you're seeing here. You don't have to have an image for every single one. If you are only going to offer 3 recipes, I'd have an image for all 3. But when you start getting into multiple recipes like this, it's not necessary. Coconut and banana cake, carrot and apple cupcakes, and don't forget, you guys, everything that you could make as a cake, you could turn into a cupcake. Just in case you are thinking about making cupcakes or cakes or already make them, you don't need a separate guaranteed analysis. Meaty dog birthday cake. Pumpkin and oat cake. Okay, holiday themed treats. This is what I was talking about. You saw some before with the turkey cranberry. Now, this is totally optional for how deep you want to get with this. Valentine's Day, heart-shaped bacon biscuits, strawberry and banana cupcakes. Easter, who'd have thought there would be Easter treats, but there are. Carrot and apple bunny bites. Are there real bunnies in there? Nope, not at all. Is there carrot and apple? Sure. But calling it bunny bites just for the Easter season is absolutely on par with stuff they're going to be gravitated toward. They're going to love that. They're going to eat that up, right? They want to celebrate Easter with their dog. Sure. So call it bunny bites. How cute is that? Peanut butter and honey Easter eggs. Again, super cute name for the season. Halloween. You might be thinking, what kind of treats are there for Halloween? Let me tell you. Pumpkin and peanut butter ghosts. Sweet potato fries, known as witch's fingers. Thanksgiving, turkey and sweet potato pilgrims. You could put together an entire Thanksgiving guide, boom, the end, done. Stick 3 recipes in there, and that is your Thanksgiving guide for that month, okay? Maybe you do a Christmas guide, maybe not, but I'm just saying that this could be really popular. Cranberry and pumpkin doggy donuts. You might even be able to get away with a cake recipe also being a donut recipe, also being a cupcake recipe. You've got one recipe, you've used it 3 different ways. You never changed your guaranteed analysis. And of course, this is talking about your own business if you want to make these things and sell. Pumpkin pie dog treats, Christmas. We've got some Christmas recipe. How cute is this? Christmas tree peanut butter biscuits, apple and cinnamon reindeer cookies, Gingerbread dog cookies. Look at what a cute themed recipe freebie guide this would make. New Year's. There's stuff for dogs on New Year's. I didn't imagine. And then here we are, champagne chicken broth toast. Like a champagne toast, but you'll see it's really actually toast. Fireworks surprise treats. Homemade ice cream. That appeals to me and my dog now because it's the beginning of August and it's hot. Carrot and peanut butter doggy ice cream. Your customers will love this. Add some images if you can. Peanut butter banana ice cream. Of course, these are these paw and bone silicone molds. Super good. Chicken and sweet potato ice cream. Blueberry and banana ice cream. Delish. Bacon and cheese sundae. It just sounds absolutely decadent. Of course, this is a treat. This is not an everyday thing for your dog, right? I know I'm going to get people to go, how did you feed a dog that? If the dog doesn't have any allergies and this is just a once in a blue moon thing as a small portion, I say, why not? Every dog owner is different, and I appreciate that. Now, you can, if you want to, also include a chapter or a recipe just to give you an idea. I want to spread this thing out so far that you can choose to do all, some, or none of it, depending on how it aligns with your brand, how it aligns with the time you have to make this, right? Because this is something you're going to sit down and focus and do. But just to give you options, okay? Maybe you want to make a complete allergen-free recipe guide. So everything in there is allergen-free. Up to you. Just food for thought. Giving you all the options here. Sweet potato biscuits, chicken-free veggie jerky, pumpkin and oat biscuits, sweet potato and banana chips, sensitive stomach recipes. My corgi Loki has a sensitive tummy. He does not care for wheat, and he does not care for, well, wheat. Yeah, he does the itchy, scratchy, bite his paws situation. Whenever he has wheat, if someone gives him a treat or I forget and give him wheat, I feel so bad. So you can include this. This is just a tips section. You can include all, some, or none of this. Screenshot this, watch this back. Some of the recipes in this section include chicken and rice, lean turkey and rice stew, salmon and quinoa patties, pumpkin and oatmeal porridge, ginger and carrot soup. Watch this back, you guys. There's a lot of good ideas here. Chicken-free veggie medley. This is where we come into food toppers. Another cool idea. Is it a treat? Yeah, sure, it's a treat. Is it shaped like a dog bone? No. So just a little outside of the box thinking here. Adding food toppers to your pet's meals can prevent mealtime boredom and encourage them to eat as well. Some dogs, like older dogs, may not have the easiest time eating, and food toppers encourages that. So you can offer some information on food toppers and how to use them. Feel free to use this information here on this screen. And different ideas for your own homemade recipes for food toppers. Peanut butter drizzle, chicken and rice, yogurt and blueberry, sardine surprise, sweet potato mash. You don't have to sell these. You have to make them to make sure that you're getting your proportions right and everything. But this is a great freebie to give away to your customer. He or she is still going to want to buy your treats. More food topper recipes, carrot and parsley mix, egg and spinach scramble, pumpkin puree, cottage cheese and banana bread, beef and vegetable mix. This is a really great section to have and add to your recipe guide, no matter how many recipes you have in it. And this is tips for making and storing the treat. While you are the professional doing what you do, they aren't. That's why they come to you for treats, for actually many different reasons, but they probably don't really know the information here. So this is for their FYI. I would include information on proper storage techniques and shelf life. And this is all going to be customized to what the shelf life is for the recipes that you include. And then if you want, you can include information on portion control and common mistakes to avoid, and a place for their own notes. Just like you make notes for your recipes, they might want some spaces, a couple of pages to make notes. And hey, if you want to see real life examples of what I'm talking about and stand out as a dog treat baker, grab my dog treat recipe freebie template pack. If all this looks great, but maybe you don't have the time to design one yourself, what I've put together for you is a done for you solution. This already has all the recipes in it with the welcome page and all the instructions for you to give to your customer as is, except for a little branding on your part. And it's only $7. This is designed for dog treat entrepreneurs, and this is a dog treat baker's freebie starter pack. So this is what you're going to get. I've already done this for you, and it is a ready-to-use Canva template. The difference is between the one we saw and this one, you're going to get all the instructions that aren't blanked out. This is basically a customer-ready guide. I've got how to use this guide, and this is for you. This is about adding your branding and replacing my information with your own, and then updating the footer on each page so it can reflect your business details. And if you want to, you can use this template, get rid of my recipes, and put your own. This is a more polished version. And then just make sure you review it and personalize it. And then obviously remove that page of instructions before you share. But this is a lovely done for you guide. And here's a welcome page. Remember, we saw a welcome page on the previous template. This is my welcome page to you. You will replace it with your welcome page information for your customer. And this guide, these recipe guides, are a great way to grow your email list. You're going to give this away if you want as a freebie when they sign up and subscribe to hear from you. It'll also boost loyalty and really show customers that you are the real deal. And here's what you get. You get the recipe for peanut butter pup donut with ingredients, full instructions. You can keep the image that's on there or replace it with your own. This also includes the glaze. There's a glaze for the donuts. You also get cheddar crunch bites, full instructions on cheddar crunch bites, minty kisses, fresh breath treats. And these are the 3 full complete recipes that you get. Now, the nice thing about this is, again, if you want to substitute your recipes for these, you can. If not, just send them off. If you actually want to grab these recipes, make them and sell them in your own business, go for it. You have full rights to do that. And then your customer can get other recipes, maybe that you don't want to sell. But what comes in this too is a Canva starter guide. This is basically Canva 101 for dog treat bakers. If you're new to Canva, you're not sure exactly how to use it, I go through, here's my welcome page to you and a how to use this guide with contents. But I will go ahead and get you started with making a Canva account, exactly how to do that. You're going to find some editing basics that go through all the basic stuff with screenshots. It's going to give you quick tips, all kinds of good stuff. And if you want this guide along with the 3 free recipes that come in the Dog Treat Baker's freebie starter pack, so you can give them to your customer or even use the recipes in your own business, go ahead and check out the link in the description of this video. I've got it for you. Click on it. It's $7. $7, 3 recipes, and a guide that is ready to go. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Drop a comment and tell me, what would you name your recipe guide? Let's get creative together. See you guys. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Pawsitive Profit, the YouTube show and podcast